It always comes to this. More nice guys, here again to do another tattoo progress update. Where I last left off, I had just got these face tattoos extended. Obviously, they're still fairly fresh. This is about 3 days later. A double vlog this week because I had 2 different tattoo appointments. I didn't want to do one, the same day. Actually, right after I got done doing that vlog, I was setting up to get tattooed. So I figured I'd give it a couple of days, and I thought maybe even these would be peeled by now, but they started to in some places. If you get real close, you can see maybe. I don't even know if you can see, but yeah, they're starting to peel. I'm not sure what they're gonna look like when they're peeled. I'm hoping they'll be as dark as this, but as I said in my last video, they could be quite a bit lighter. They could be a bit patchy, could use some work. Face tattoos often need touch-ups, and black work in general often needs touch-ups. So if we need to do that, we'll hit it when we do the continuation behind the ear kind of thing. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. I'll get on to what I got done here this week. We went into near the armpit, but not quite in the armpit. Up and around on my back. You can see Rick textured the hair out a little bit on my back piece too while he was there. The big sweetheart that he is. While he's working on this, he wants to do justice to my back tattoo. He kind of did that on the other side too. So you can see we added some white and silver in this highlight, and we built that eye up. So that got solid red. Right now that's feeling a little textured in the solid red there, but that'll kind of die down a bit. Whenever you're getting solid color pack, it's not too uncommon for it to be a little scabby feeling, or like dry, crispy. So I've noticed that in any spot that he's done the red over black, they've been a little bit crispy the day or two after, a couple days after. So let's see if I can get this a little lower. Hold on one second. Just because I want to show off just a little more of the detail in there. So yeah, did all of this side. We've got probably one more session over here. Well, not one more. There's going to be quite a few more, but we got to do this little guy here, this tentacles texture. And we still obviously have to do this guy's texture again. I'm really excited to get into these again, the ones on my stomach. Those are going to make the biggest difference. Yeah, obviously this guy's all fully healed now, so you can see that when the other one peels, it's going to look like this. This is 2 weeks now, so the tentacle anyway. Next week we're going to be coming back over here and doing more on this side, probably go up into here and do this back area. And the eyes, we got a couple eyes in here that are going to get done. So yeah, I guess 3. So that'll make a huge difference. And then obviously we've got this guy to do. And I'm pretty sure we'll probably do both of those this week. So yeah, that'll be the next session. Making good progress now on the Mondays. We're usually going for up from, we were doing around 2.5 to 3 hours. Now we're doing between 3 and 4 hours roughly. So we're just getting more done a week. So it's helping out the pace quite a bit. Yeah, and when you're doing a big project like this, if you can pick up the pace, it's going to mean a lot, because obviously this is not going to be done anytime soon. The faster you can go and the more you can get done in one appointment every week, in the long run, it's going to make a huge difference. So not unhappy about that. I will say the last week when I got this side done, It was a more painful day than this side was, but that has less to do with the areas and more to do with kind of where I'm at. I slept better the night before this one, whereas the one before I was in a bit more pain because I hadn't slept well and I probably wasn't feeling as into it. Yeah, I find that the pain of tattoos has more to do with the day you ask me, or like how I'm eating or how I'm sleeping, things like that, than does the area now. Because I've had these areas done so many times that it doesn't really, it's not a really fair answer for me to say, oh, the rib feels like this, because sometimes it's a 5 and sometimes it's a 7, you know. It's never really more than that, but the area doesn't always dictate the feeling. That has a lot to do with my mind state, and especially when you're getting some things tattooed now for the 10th or 15th time, it's not going to feel the same way every single time. So yeah, it's just my little bit on that. After that, we've already talked about the session we're going to do after that, and we're going to be back over here again, so we'll probably do the, I'll show it off, I'm not just rambling. We'll probably do this guy and this guy then. Eventually we're gonna have to come up into the armpits again. I think Rick's kind of dreading that. Little funny fact, these are the only armpit tattoos Rick's ever done. He's never done anyone else's armpits in the 20 years he's been tattooing. And I guess that's just a testament to how much people don't like having armpits tattooed. But I don't mind mine. I don't think he likes working on them though, because there's a lot of stretch marks in my armpits from when I was bigger, and also just because of flexion points, it's very common that you're going to end up with stretch marks there. Similar with your bum cheeks or your inner thighs. Some places are just more prone to stretch marks than others. Anyway. Those are we're gonna have to get into those eventually, but I think he wants to come to those kind of last, which is fine by me. It's not on me though. I don't mind getting my armpits tattooed. Some people have probably thought, oh, he's avoiding those, or oh, he's scared to do that because of this, or blah blah blah. I really hate that. It's the same thing. I don't want to get into this because I've talked enough about palm tattoos, but it's the same thing that when people talk about why I haven't blacked out my palms as if it's got something to do with the pain. Dude, you could light me on fire if it was going to get the job done and it was going to work at the end of the day. I don't give a shit how much it hurts. I don't care about any of that. If you can look at a guy like me and be like, oh, he hasn't done his palms yet because he's scared of the pain. Yeah, no. Being scared of pain, or pain being a limiter for something for me, has never been a thing, but if it ever was, it's not anymore. I've been through too much pain to ever be afraid of going through any of that. It's just about if it's gonna work, what it's gonna look like. Do I care that much? Like, I don't like that aesthetic that much anyway, so if I haven't done it yet, it's not because of the pain of it. It's for all kinds of other reasons. There are real good reasons why I haven't done the places I haven't done. Anyway, yeah, the pain is never a detriment to me, really. In fact, I'm always excited about how things are gonna feel. I was just telling my wife that I'm already nostalgic for when I got my tongue split, in a similar way to when I tattoo my fingers. Each time I do that, I end up sitting on my ass for a couple days, unable to do much of anything, which ends up being kind of a nice retreat for me because I keep myself so busy that the only time I'm ever going to be relaxed for an extended period of time and with nothing on my plate is when I physically can't do anything for a while. So for me, the idea of getting my tongue split doesn't represent pain or like the swelling or the unable to talk. What it represents is, time sitting around the house. And I guess that should tell me that I should take a little more time off, but I'm a workaholic. So I don't think that's going to be on the table for me. That being said, I do plan on splitting my tongue again, so that will give me some more time on my ass, hopefully. Which I dearly need, but would never take just for the sake of sitting around. I always have to have some kind of a a good excuse to do something like that, or else I feel like I'm just wasting time. I know you could make an argument that what I'm doing in general, what anyone is doing that isn't, you know, producing something or paying the bills or whatever, you could argue that any of our hobbies are a waste of time, really. But if we didn't have those time wasters that we love, what would we be doing this for? What would we be, you know, going to work for exactly? My tattoos and body mods is someone else's sport or video game or music or whatever else, stamp collection, whatever the hell else you want. We have to have our things that inspire us to keep going, that are just simply for us. You know, you have your obligations, but then you also need to have your passion projects to enjoy on the side too, or life can start to feel pretty boring. Anyway, I'm not going to get too much into that, what I think about that, but yeah, I do plan on splitting my tongue again. Hopefully I'll be able to do that sometime near the end of the year, and then that will afford me roughly a week off. Anyway, I'll just show off quickly what I got done again. So we did it all up and through here, and yeah, this is the healed side, and we'll be coming back into this side next week. What I really want to do is get into this stuff, but for whatever reason, Rick likes to work from the side in, even though I interact with and spend more time viewing the front. He likes to work from the side in. That's fine, it works for us. That's just something I have to live with. Maybe I'm just getting too excited or anxious, like wanting to get to the exciting part of the journey, where he's more content to wait than I am, maybe because he's the artist and I'm the canvas. I'm starting to think that might be the case. Anyway, the work all has to get done eventually, so no sense in sweating the details of how we get there. Okay, well, if you guys have enjoyed this one, I'm going to wrap it up. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.